Hello everyone! My name is Nicola. Born in Italy, New Yorker since 2017. I'm a licensed tour guide and I have my small tour company called Yellow Shoes Tours. Welcome to my channel, and today we are talking about something that is very well discussed and a lot of people have their own opinions now. I want to say what I think about the CityPass. In 2023, is the CityPass still worth it? Let's go find out. Well, let's go find out. The CityPass offers the opportunity to visit a big number of attractions for a fixed price. There's actually three types of CityPass. The classic one, the C3, and what I call the All Access. The classic one offers the entrance to 5 different attractions with a price of $138 for adults and $119 for children. The C3, as the word itself suggests, is access to 3 attractions, $96. And all access, if my memory serves me well, should be around $198. Okay, now let's examine all of this. Mostly I will focus my review on the classic one, 5 attractions. The first thing to notice is that in 2020, 2021, even before the pandemic, the CityPass had 6 attractions. Now there are 5. The price was the same, meaning the price of the CityPass has increased by 17%, which is something to take into consideration, along with the fact that New York is on average 30% more expensive than how it used to be before the pandemic. Yeah? Do not believe all these people who tell you, well, New York is dead, New York is a place where no one wants to live. Actually, the demand for apartments for rent exceeds the supply, so you know what's going on. The rents have risen up to the sky. They've never been so expensive. Restaurants are about 30% more expensive than in 2021, and on top of this, the CityPass has increased 17%. But let's get to that analysis. $138 divided by 6 is about $27.6 per single attraction and $23.6 for children. Okay, then let's carry on with this. Okay. Now, of these 5 attractions, 2 are fixed. The Empire State Building and the American Museum of Natural History. The C3, you can choose among all of them. The C10 has access to all of them except the American Museum of Natural History. Now, for the Empire State Building, the price is absolutely convenient because that observatory is about $40. So, $27.6 is absolutely a bargain. Plus, there is a further advantage to access the Empire State Building through the CityPass, which is the fact that you got the chance to go back on the same day on the normal line at night and be back up for free. Woo! Woo! Wait a second. Yeah, great, absolutely. But of all the things you can see in New York, do you really want to be twice in the same place? Let's think about it. The Empire State Building is on 34th Street and 5th Avenue. On 34th Street, there's a lot of other attractions. Well, first of all, Herald Square and Macy's, the biggest department store in the whole world. Keep walking towards the Hudson River and you will have the new renovated Penn Station, Madison Square Garden, Hudson Yards, and the Edge, the fantastic observatory. There's a lot of things. And with the only exception of the Edge, all of them are free. Oh, I forgot. On 34th Street, the High Line starts, or actually ends, whatever. I mean, you have access to the High Line. And the High Line is for free. Okay? So, do you really want to see the same thing twice? Especially considering that the average holiday in New York is about 4 to 5 days, and there are so many other things to see. Do you really want to do that? If you do, be my guest. That's absolutely great. Then, let's consider the American Museum of Natural History. The admission price is $28, so on 27.6 it's still convenient. But if you're a resident of the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, the policy is pay as you wish. You may pay even $1. So if you're coming from one of these states, think about it, because you can't skip the Museum of Natural History on the standard, the classic pass. Okay, what else? Then there's a lot of other possibilities. Let's say, for instance, the ferry to the Statue of Liberty on Ellis Island with access to the Museum of Immigration on Ellis Island, the Intrepid, the beautiful warboat that is a fantastic museum, a sightseeing cruise. Then we don't have the MoMA. We don't have the MoMA on the standard pass. There's the MoMA, of course, on the C3 and on the all access, but on the standard one, there's no MoMA. And by the way, the C3 is $96, meaning $32 per person, per attraction, sorry, on average. And the price, the admission price for the MoMA is $25. Besides that, if you happen to be in New York on the first Friday afternoon of the month, it is free! Woo! But you've paid. Okay, then, yeah, but it's still, it's still convenient, because if you just avoid the MoMA, and you will avoid it in any case with the standard, with the classic CityPass, I'm still saving money, so much money on the Empire State Building and some money for the American Museum of Natural History. Again, beautiful, absolutely true. But let's think about Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty is $24.50, which is more in that case. Then, okay, after the Statue of Liberty, I want to visit the Intrepid Museum. Okay, let's suppose your hotel, as in many cases, is around the Times Square area. Okay, if it is around the Times Square area, it means that from Times Square you have to take the one train all the way to South Ferry, re-emerge on the surface, pass through Castle Clinton, show your QR code because there is not skip the line. There's no skip the line. Okay, then get on the ferry after going through the security check. You stop on Liberty Island, then you take another ferry to Ellis Island. Magnificent museum. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. And okay, what else? What else? Okay, you go back to Manhattan. You go back to Manhattan and let's say about 3 hours have passed, okay? About 3 hours have passed. Then you need to take the one train again. You take the one train, you can either get off again at Times Square or 50th Street, because the Intrepid is exactly in between, around 46th or 47th Street, I can't actually recall its exact location, meaning that you have to walk at least 5 blocks, because the Times Square subway stop is on 7th Avenue. The Intrepid is along the Hudson River, meaning 12th Avenue. 12 minus 7, it's 5, so about 13 minutes walking. Okay, 24, 15, about 40 minutes. Then you have to stand in line to get up there and then back to the hotel. Well, you have spent a lot of time in between destinations. That's another thing for me that does not make the CityPass worth it. The fact that, strategically speaking, all the destinations are spread all over the city. An example: Statue of Liberty, Intrepid, sightseeing cruise, Museum of Natural History, Guggenheim Museum. Okay, you see, if you want to move from one place to the other, it takes time. This is a big city. Not everyone wants to use the subway, which still remains the quickest way to move around the city. If you take Uber or taxi and you're in rush hour, good luck with it, okay? So, you know, it's not so great. It's not so great after all. But let's consider, what are the alternatives? Well, there are a lot of interesting interactive experiences in New York. Most of them are free. Let's consider a few attractions around Battery Park, where you may take the ferry to the Statue of Liberty. You got where Broadway begins, you got Bowling Green, you got the Charging Bull, Broadway, you keep going up two blocks, Trinity Church, Wall Street, Stock Exchange, Federal Hall, 40 Wall Street, just one more block, you're at the 9/11 Memorial, and by the way, the pass contemplates the 9/11 Memorial. Then outside the museum, because the memorial is for free, of course, then you may walk all the way to the Brooklyn Bridge. And do me a favor, if you want to walk the Brooklyn Bridge, do it at sundown. Do it at sundown from Brooklyn all the way to Manhattan. The sun will be ahead of you and it will be setting behind those beautiful skyscrapers. It's a great, great, great experience. Then, when you reach Manhattan, you just make it to the right. You will see all the courts where series like Law and Order or Bull are filmed. The 5 Points right there, Chinatown, Little Italy, Soho is 3 blocks. All of these are for free. And you can have a fantastic tour of New York. Plus, let's consider this. Okay, you've spent $500, as we were saying before, to buy the pass, and same family of 4 people, 2 people want to see one thing, 2 other people want to see another. You always have to reach a compromise. Maybe that it's not a good idea and people will fight for that, and all the magic of a holiday is gone. Plus, the choice is very restricted. It is mostly observatories, museums, and cruises. So, if you consider all of this, in 2023, do you think the CityPass is still the best way to visit the city of New York? The best way to choose a destination? The best way to spend your time wisely? Because besides the money, we have to consider time. Time is the only thing in our lives that never comes back. Money always comes back. Chances and opportunities always come back. Time never comes back. Some people come to New York only once in their lives. They should make the most out of it. You draw your own conclusions. I didn't say anything. Or maybe you already know what I think about the past. Nevertheless, a lot of people will think it is the best solution, especially those who could be overwhelmed by the many choices a city like New York can offer. And that's perfectly fine. You can choose between, a very selected and limited list of things, only 5 of them, you will be satisfied, and I wish you absolutely the best. So, thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, how about putting a like, or why not? Subscribe to my channel. Thank you so very much and have a great time in New York.